2015 F150 EcoBoost 3.5, pulling out with the header swap because of the leak on the exhaust. I have it on the driver's side for sure. Not sure about the other side, but I kind of started this video late because I wasn't gonna record this, but then I've run into already a number of lessons learned that I never found on the internet that I just wanted to go ahead and start and catch you guys up on. So first thing first, I removed the inner wheel well right there, and there she is lying on the ground right there. Got all my parts and pieces right there in a nice little baggie to put back into place. Next thing I ran into is it said, hey, drain your tank, and there's a lot of things on the internet that says that actually drain your radiator, and there's a lot of things on the internet that said, hey, it can't be done. But guess what? There's plenty of it right there. Driver's side right here, almost directly up underneath the wheel well. Let's see if I can get up in here and get a picture of this sucker. There she is. You can see the red cap right there. There's a drain on the side, so I hooked the drain up there, open up the red cap. I've got some stuff coming out there, and it's just drilling in, and I got it coming into my bucket right here, which I have every intention to reuse that as I go. All right, and next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is jump in here and pull these two guys off here, swap them out up there. They don't need to go very far, of course, before I start getting to my turbo right here and eventually behind there. Looking forward to showing you guys what's going on. All right, so disconnected this guy here. Obviously he sat right there, connected over, pulled this guy out from right here. There you are, sit you over here. Pull the outlet of the turbo out. That was a little difficult, but note that right up under here, there is this little guide spot that is connected to, take a look at that pin right there. See that right there where under my finger and thumb is right there? That's connected to this side right here of the exhaust, or the intake right there. So that sucker, as soon as I pulled that out of that little hole right there, boom, shell came forward. So now I got plenty to work with right there, but I struggled with that for a second, or maybe 3 minutes or so. Anyway, so now if I go back under wheel well here. All right, I got 2 nice shiny pieces ready to come out. All right, let me go back to the instructions, and I believe the next couple of things are working the backside. All right, I got my exhaust taken down. I did want to say that I had a problem getting to these 2 bolts, this one and the one on the other side, from this angle right here. So I ended up going underneath the truck and angling it from behind. And I'll do my best to show you the angle here. I used an extremely long wrench like so, with the swivel on the very end. And I came up at an angle. I have the 4-wheel drive version, so I came up here and I kind of pushed right up there. As you can see, that angle, one of them right there, and then the other one, I got to make sure that I come above the CO2 sensor on the exhaust. I'm not doing a very good job of showing you that angle and attacking it from that way. Again, way out here, and I'm down here by the transmission. Inlet cooling line pulled off here. It was just remove the little clip, just like they say, and wiggle it up. It was more than a wiggle for me. I actually had to kind of jam a tool right here and just gently use the tool to wiggle this thing up, but a little bit of wiggling and it came on out. And just like they say, you can just move that sucker right on up like so, and she's now out of the way. There was quite a bit of fluid in here. I am looking at that. Even after going through what to be about 2, maybe 1.5 gallons down here, I probably got maybe less than a half a gallon or so still coming out. So I'm letting that drain for the time being before I move on to the next thing. But so here we go. All right, so I have pulled off the exhaust manifold right there, and I see that I have an exhaust leak coming up the top and the back side. And I take a look at this guy, and guess what? Look at this. This is kind of interesting, right? Take a look. I've got exhaust leak directly above, which tells me this thing warped out. And so far, these guys have come out in this order, like so. And I don't know. I'm gonna go. I gotta go in there and take a look now, but it does not look like I have any broken studs. My rear one came out. This one right here came out already. And that's right. That's the other one that everybody says is broke. You know. So, anyways, I've got just one here and one there and a couple up there remaining. So I'm gonna pull those suckers out. But this is where I am right now. So very interesting. Oh, but then look at this. That's a big difference right there. Look at that. That is just a huge difference. That back one is just leaking everywhere on the other side of the gasket. So, interesting. Okay. Bolts are removed with the little magic, love, and about 3 hours. Some of those suckers are difficult to get out of there. I do feel good that it is knocked out. Cleaned the stuff off, as you can see. It's nice and clean. I used a little double lot steel wool, yeah, for cleaning wool kind of stuff, right? And WD-40 to kind of get it mixed off, and then I knocked it with some brake cleaner and whatnot to get it out of there. And starting fluid, just to clean it off nicely. So she's ready to rock and roll. Reinstalling the new fresh bolts now. Bolts in. And oh, by the way, this is the BD exhaust. So thanks to BD for putting in the extra bolts. And they come with 3 extra bolts. Those are these 3 right here. We got one here, one up there, and one over there. That's what we're looking at right now. Thank you. Alright, got my exhaust manifold back on and torqued down to the specification, which is hand tight 14 pounds and then 18 pounds. And I have to say, I went around probably a number more times than that. Just kind of going real slow, getting to 18 pounds. So anyways, no recommendations, just what I did. And according to the guidelines, this is where you take and remove the coolant fittings, and you put in the other coolant fittings, and make sure you look for the little gaskets, and that they're all there. And here you got my turbo up on the bench. There's the hole, there's the other hole, and tighten it down to 13 foot-pounds. That's what they tell me. Turbo reinstalled. I should say reinstalling. Put the new gasket on. It does clip on. I had to bend the little tabbies in to make it kind of hold, so I did that. Threw the little grease like was recommended in somebody, I believe, thanks to Aaron Hines videos. So we'll give that a go. Looking up here on the inside, I am put my oil, fresh oil, down the inlet tube right here. I did 10 milliliters, but that was way too much and it just leaked everywhere. So probably half that amount. Anyways, that's what the instructions say to do, so that your turbo gets a quick some oil in there before it before I guess all the oil comes to pressure and stuff like that before it's running. I don't know if that's gonna be a problem. Anyways, time to remove and slap this guy back in. Here we go. Turbo installed and put back together, everything to torque and specification. I'm going to go ahead and roll over to the passenger side because it's a kit and knock that side out. So far so good. We'll see on a test run. Alright, passenger side, but equivalent fenders. We got 1, 2 looking forward. The screwy little guy right here that stays in there. We've got the 1, 2, 3 on the upper sides right here, just like that. And then down here there's 2 more right here, but we have to pull this little clip out underneath there. So from that clip, honestly, we got a clip up here, a clip right up here, and a clip back here in the back. And it looks like that's it. Nice and slow. There's a clip, there's a clip, there's a clip. I'm about to pull those suckers off right there. Let's see what happens. Passenger side. Starting off here, and it looks like I've got more room on the passenger side, but I know I've got the AC up forward here, that is going to be a little bit more painful. You can see that piece right there, and I've got to remove the starter. So those are 2 things that I didn't have to do on the other side, but again, it just feels like there's more room on the passenger side, so that's cool. Let me knock this thing out, and I'll let you guys know on the backside if I run into any issues. I'll hit the record button. Alright, I'm just going to document the starter here real quick. So, starter's about to come off here, right? And here's what only thing I see here is I see a top bolt right there. I'm sorry, right there. And it gets pulled out on that side right there. And then I got a bottom bolt and the same thing down there. It looks like just 2 bolts. There is a ground attached to the bottom one as well that comes under here, and you can see that feed right there. And then I've got 2 electrical connections up here, which is my positive, and it goes to the solenoid, start solenoid, and then the starter behind it. And they're looking pretty rough actually. I wonder if it's just a good time to swap this out as well. Anyways, I'm gonna leave these connected up here and just kind of dangle the starter down by those 2 leads. So disconnect the back there. So I'm walking around doing my inspection and lubing up all the bolts that I can, right, just like they discussed. And here I am getting back to look at this right here. Now I haven't taken nothing apart, as you can see yet, and this is my rear bolt on the exhaust manifold, and it is sheared off. But if that's not just fascinating, because I didn't think I had a problem on this side, I'm looking around here and look, there is no soot or anything back here, like there was no leak on this side, and I feel like I didn't have a leak on this side, right? So I've got nothing holding the back of this thing on, which means there should be all sorts of expansion and contraction on this side. But then I've got nothing indicating any sort of exhaust leak. So what is going on here? You guys tell me. This is crazy. Anyways, this is what I'm doing. Let's rip into it. A little closer look at the bolt that broke off right over here. Now that this guy is off, just before I'm pulling this exhaust manifold off, as you can see, I obviously have the turbo off. Man, it's crazy, right? I mean, and there's nothing over here. We're gonna get another inspection when we get a little, get this manifold off here. Anyways, I just soaked all my bolts here with some WD-40, and yeah, covered my oil right there, and the exhaust. Here we are. Let's rip this guy out. Here's another look at her again. Stud broke off right there. Exhaust manifold removed. I do have to say that this guy down here was a son of a gun. I gotta tell you, that was a son of a gun. And here we go. See if I can get that guy out. Blah, 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 blah. And so for that stud, I went ahead and used the double nut method, and I threw a little heat on there. 1 minute is what I counted, just to see, and I heated this section up over here. Got a little bit of smoke, I guess. That's all right. It is an engine block, so hopefully it's all right, and it'll all cool down evenly before we turn it up again. But I think that broke it loose, and then I just kind of been backing it off here. So that's that. Here we go, and boop, here we are. So let's clean this up, and let's put the new BD exhaust manifold on there. I got this nice little end that you put on here. BD gives you this thing right here with the kit and allows you to put the studs in really quickly. Granted, those down there I all had to put in, you know, hand, just because they're in the odd spot. But now we get to these little faster spots over here, and I can go ahead and use the impact to get it at least started here. Here we go. Let's get this guy in here. This is probably one of the easier ones. For whatever reason, it starts just funny tight, and then once I get that little bit going, all right. And I'll come back in a little bit and torque it down to spec, but let me just get it in here just a little bit. It's so loose right there. I can just almost back it out with the ratchet. All right, I'm just gonna put that sucker in, and right about there, it's definitely less than it. Use this little Allen wrench as a key to get this guy off right here. There you go. Just pull her back the other way. I'd tighten her in. It's almost like the two-nut method here. It's like the tool that created this two-nut method. And you just slide that off right there. I'm going to grab the next one. I'm just going to thread it in. Nice and easy. I'll back this off just a little bit right there, as you can see. Like that. And then I'm going to just grab a wrench here, and just like the two-nut method, just gonna tighten down on this here. Give it a little nice tight there. There we go. And we'll go with the next one. Look at that one. That one just slides right in like butter. All right. Now let me also say that they don't all slide in like butter. All right, that one's just gonna go 10. There's not much. All right. I don't want to put too much on there because I'll go back and torque it here in a minute, which is not going to be easy. because there's not a whole lot of room. Anyways, you get the point. You know what I need? I need a third hand on this side. It's gonna be on this side, and I'll tell you what's funny is, I don't know if you can see this right here, but there is a hole, and it just confused me. I'm gonna pull this out real quick. Right there, you see that one? 1, 2, 3, 4 bolt pattern right there. You see that 4 bolt pattern? There it is right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's not used. Very interesting, right? But there's nothing on this side for a 4 bolt here. Anyways, weird. Don't know if this was something to be used for something else, some other V6s or something like that, somewhere else. Anyways, gentle. Don't crush, break, scratch, or nothing. Just slide her on. Slide her on all gentle like. Oh, come on. Just slide her on all gentle like. You know what she doesn't like to do? Go on gently. Alright. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Get on there. Don't bend it. Don't break it. Don't crease it. Don't crush it. Because it's a one-time crush use only thing here. Come on. Flip-flopping around the top goes. You know it's not easy. Oh. Trying to recover the camera. Well, I got 2 hands trying to do other things. Let's see if you guys can still see that. Oh man, I'm messing this all up now. Let's get this sucker on there. I'll tell you what. That air conditioning unit right down there. I'm gonna have to move the camera, guys, because I cannot see period in there. And that AC bolt, I tell you what, that is a son of a gun bolt down there. Come on, girl. I don't even know what is going on here. But I can tell you that I feel like I've got about 1/4 of an inch to the front that I need to slide this whole gasket, this whole thing. And I know it's that bolt up there. I just know we're pressed up against something, but I can't see it. Alright, I'll get back to you guys. Struggle is real. Okay, there was no zip or boop or none of that stuff here. It was just slow and go. I gotta tell you, there's a couple of bolts that may take an hour to 2 hours each, and on both sides. So just be prepared for that. This may be a short video in comparison to the fact that I am really truly on day 3 on this event, but here we go. Turbo's about to go back in. Yay! Installation complete. Both exhaust manifolds are in, and this is the op test. I did an op test earlier, and the output of the driver's side turbo I didn't have on very well, and it popped off the second I stepped on it. I didn't take any PSI. Obviously I messed that up, and that was fun. It sounded like, you know, big blast of air, like I was popped a tire or something like that. Anyways, turned back around. You know, even though I checked those, it looked like there's a little clip on that, and I didn't have it seated properly inside the clip. When you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So just double check those. I double checked them, and I triple checked them, and I missed that. So, but that wasn't bad because it wasn't a game changer. So just went back, tightened her back up, came back out, decided I'm going to record this one. I got a little bridge here. I'm going to step on it for you guys. This is the final test here. Here we go. lots of power. That was an uphill. I didn't even know that was an uphill. Now back down the hill. I'm gonna hit the brakes here. And I'm sweating myself out here. I got the heat up. That was the last thing that I had to troubleshoot. When I was putting the antifreeze back in, it didn't quite get warm inside, and that was one of the troubleshooting steps. Is, hey, if it doesn't get warm, if your heat doesn't get warm, you need to add more antifreeze. So I had to turn the engine on and turn it off a number of times, like warm it up and then let it cool off, warm it up. So it took a number of hours to do, but I finally added more, and now the heat is good. And I could probably add just a little bit more. I'm just going to keep taking a look at it over the next couple of days, and that is that. Hope you found this interesting. I'm doing this just to spread the knowledge. I know it's a lot of guys going through this problem with their truck, and although it did take me, this is the 4th day finishing up here, I had to basically take some time off here to knock this out and just concentrate on this truck. And it was a lesson learned, but I am a novice at mechanical stuff. So I feel like if I can do it, if you've got any experience with the nuts and bolts, you can make this happen too. And my gas mileage there says 14.5. I am stepping on it quite a bit here to make that happen. I normally get about 18 and a half in this truck. I don't know what the difference is. If you guys know why some guys get 21, 22, 23, and I'm suffering at 18.5. With the 4-door Lariat 2015. Let me know why. I got a buddy who's got a XLT 2018 or 19 or something like that, and everything else being the same, tow package, 4-wheel drive, etc. He's pulling 22, I believe, 21 miles to the gallon, which is a big difference on a 700-mile trip. So, all right, guys. Cheers.